Hey everybody, thanks for joining us today. My name is Vic Bagat. I lead the solutions team on the Logitech's video collaboration group for our cloud and compute solutions. Today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about tapping into better meetings with Logitech Room Solutions for Microsoft Teams. Before we get started, the Logitech booth is booth 919 just over my right shoulder. Please stop on by. We'd love to talk to you further there on any questions that you might have on solutions for Teams rooms. Back in 2018, Frost & Sullivan did a study on what are the top 10 best practices for video conferencing you should think about when deploying rooms at scale. So one of the biggest things is ease of installation and ease of use for your end users. This is great for both for you when you're deploying systems, it makes it easier to manage, but then also for the end users because it makes it very intuitive and easy and familiar for them regardless of what room they're in. All right, the next kind of category of best practices resides around cameras. So picking a camera with the right field of view to capture everyone in the room, the ability to pan, tilt, zoom in on the right things you need to in the room while a meeting is going on, and also placing the camera at the right position. It's generally at eye level when people are seated around the table or standing around the table. Next category is audio. Audio is probably one of the most critical things, and you want to make sure you're picking solutions that not only can capture the speaker well and deliver their speech to the far end and remote participants, but on the flip side, you want to make sure the remote end's participant is coming through clearly in the room as well. If you look at the next 5 categories, it's really talking about sharing, so the right display sizes, content sharing, how you're going to get content that normally gets shared into a meeting to all the participants so they can see them clearly. Connectivity of the solution, so a lot of times you have different elements. You've got your audio pieces, you've got your video pieces. You need to connect them together very easily. And then finally, room design and lighting. So we know a lot of times we can't design rooms and buildings from the ground up, so we have to work with what we are given. So we need to look at the rooms and how they're architected and make certain adjustments so audio and video quality is the best possible. One of the things you'll realize through all these 10 best practices is you really need to consider that remote participant as another participant in the room and almost design the room with that remote participant in mind. That's very, very important so the best meeting experience is obtained by both remote and local participants. So from a Logitech perspective, we've looked at these 10 best practices and we are incorporating them into our solutions for Microsoft Teams rooms. And we have a very simple portfolio. Actually, about 4 products altogether can address 80 to 95% of rooms in most organizations. And what are those 4 products? One, it's Logitech Tap. It's your center of room controller for Microsoft Teams room. Very simple and intuitive for people to use. 2, it is a pre-imaged mini PC with the Microsoft Teams room software on it. And then finally, the third element, and this is going to depend on room size, is the AV equipment you need. So either Logitech Meetup for your small meeting spaces or Logitech Rally for your mid to large. Let's take a minute and talk a little bit about Logitech Meetup in the small room. This is a huddle room design camera. It's perfect for rooms that are roughly 150 square feet. It has an ultra wide field of view. What does that mean? That means people sitting closest to the screens will be seen by people on the far end. In a lot of cases, cameras with a slightly narrower field of view cut off those first 2 people. So if you're in the room, seated at a table, and you can comfortably see the screen, this camera will be able to see you. Secondly, that device has a speaker and 3 beamforming mics within its all-in-one chassis. So deployed at the screen, it removes clutter off of the table as much as possible. The beamforming is great because it narrows in on the speaker, dampens out the other sound that's coming on the room, providing clarity to the far end. So let's talk a little bit about Rally in that mid to large space. Rally is a scalable solution. So you can go with up to 2 front of room speakers and also 7 mics. So it's purchasable in 2 flavors. The medium room, we recommend Rally. It's good for about 10 people. It comes with a single mic and a single speaker. Rally Plus comes with 2 speakers and 2 mics. So very easy to expand. Also super simple for you all. You've got 4 products to worry about in 95% of your rooms. If something goes down, you know exactly how to fix it because it's the same thing in every room. Okay? One of the things that we believe in, if you take a look at this, the portfolio of the AV devices, is front of room audio. It is super important to have speakers at the front. Because we as humans, we tend to look to where sound is coming from. So if I'm sitting at the front half of a table and I have a speakerphone kind of behind me, someone on the remote end speaks, I turn and my back is now to the camera. It's not a good experience for that person on the front end. By simply moving that audio to front of room, when that remote participant speaks, everyone's attention is now focused to the front. So it's a super simple way of garnering the right interaction that you want between people in and out of the room. With the scalable mics, again, up to 7 of those, you can address a whole host of table sizes and shapes. So you can go from that large table there to a boardroom by adding maybe 1 or 2 additional mics. You can also do a U-shaped table because you have that flexibility of applying up to 7 mics to this solution. All the same for you to manage. Again, it's very familiar to you and every user. So let's now talk about Logitech Tap itself. This is the piece and the component that users will interact with the most in the room. It is that touch control and that lifeblood of that Microsoft Teams meeting. So it gives you the capability to one-touch join, control your volume, add participants, everything you need to do, all through touch. We wanted to make this scalable to every room and any room size. So we worked a lot on flexible deployment options, mounting options, and one of the biggest things we did is come up with a special long-run cable that supports USB 3. So every Tap ships with a 10-meter active optical cable that's plenum and ECA rated, meaning you can run this through walls and through conduit with no issue. This Tap represents our 3rd generation of Microsoft Teams Room Solutions, starting first with SRS V2. And we have learned a lot over the last 3 years. One of the biggest things that we've learned is cable retention is key. You don't want things coming undone and rooms going down because a cable becomes unplugged. So in Tap, which is, again, at the center of that table and interacted with the most, we are really, really focused on cable retention. In fact, we have 3 forms of cable retention built into every device. On the left-hand side, you see those semicircles. Those are cable loops that prevent direct pull force on the ports. The second thing that you see are 2 sets of cable channels towards the right. Those secure the cables and hold them in place. The third thing that you can't see is there's actually a clamping mechanism on that back cover that falls in place between those 2 cable channels. So 3 forms of cable retention. These cables are not coming unplugged unless you have a pair of scissors. In terms of connectivity, it is a single USB to USB-C to A cable, which is that strong USB, that active optical cable I talked about, that's going to make that connection. It gives you the flexibility to place your PC either at the table close to the Tap or at the displays further away and run that cable through. Power is also needed at Tap itself. There's an HDMI in capability, so very easy for you to share content from anyone that walks in the room simply by plugging HDMI into a laptop or another device, and that content is directly in the meeting. There's a VISA pattern here, which gives you flexibility on mounting to things like carts. I'll show you some other mounting options in a moment as well. But I also wanted to talk about purchase and deployment. So we've looked at making this very easy for you as well. So we've worked with our channel partners to bring you all a single order part number for that small kit, the medium kit, and the large kit. And that gives you almost everything you need to set up a room of those sizes. We also have a no AV bundle, or what we call the base bundle, if you are upgrading a room and you already have audio and video in there. You can just buy that base bundle. So let's take a look at how this works with the small room bundle. So let's say you order a small room bundle, it shows up in a nice pretty box with this label on it so you know you have a Microsoft Teams room inside. You open up that box and the first thing you're going to see is a setup guide. This will take you to an online setup guide that will tell you how to set up the hardware. So you can do this yourself if you want. If you need to quickly deploy a room, you can get this and do it yourself very simply. The other thing that we provide with every bundle purchased is a service called Jumpstart. This is a 90-day setup service. So if you run into any issues with the hardware, with back-end account settings on O365, we can help guide you through that with our team on Logitech Jumpstart. They can give you advice, tell you how to fix things. If it goes super deep, and they can't get in there to fix it for you, they'll at least leave you with an action plan of where to go to next and how to get this problem resolved. So moving back to the setup guide, it's a website. So you go to this URL, it's mobile responsive, so you can do this even on your cell phone, and it takes you to the website. You select what bundle you have, small, medium, or large, and it's going to guide you through that entire setup process, how to connect everything, power on, and go. So let's take a look at what a huddle room would look like, fully deployed, after going through this situation. So you can see here we've got Meetup deployed, front of room, no other audio devices on the table. The Meetup is at eye height and eye level in terms of camera positioning. The beamforming mics and the speakers are going to really work well to pick up people in this small room. The only thing you have on that table is your Logitech Tap and HDMI in. Very, very easy, great looking room, really clean. Now let's take a look at what's behind the scenes and the cabling. So you'll take a look, your mini PC is in that credenza underneath the TV. And you have your HDMI and USB from Meetup and the TV plugging into that PC. You have strong USB connected from that PC down into floor conduit to the table, up to Tap, and you've powered all your devices. That's all you need to do. Super simple and done. Right? Rally, it's flexible. There's a little more cabling that needs to get done to get that going between all of the mics that you can possibly have if you do deploy 7. But the one thing that we've done with Rally I want to point out is between the table and the display, your connection is a single Cat6A cable that you can cut to length up to 50 meters. So a lot of flexibility there, industry standard cable that you can pull yourself. Okay, so I told you we'd talk a little bit about the Tap installation options. I know cables coming out of the back of the device isn't exactly pretty. It's not good for every room. So we wanted to give you options to not only secure Tap to the table, but hide those cables as well. So we have 4 mounting options that are available. At the top, you'll see our 2 grommet mounts. So our table mount to the left keeps Tap flat. It's good for narrower tables. Your cables will go down through that grommet and be managed completely under the table. The second one is our riser mount. The riser mount changes the angle a little bit. And this is good for boardroom tables where you might have a deeper field of view. You want to lift that angle up so it's easier to see when you're seated. And again, those cables will go down and be completely managed under the table. Both of these solutions will rotate 90 degrees in either direction. So even when it is locked down and secure, you do have some flexibility in moving the Tap. We have a wall mount. This is great for phone booths and super small rooms. If you want to get everything off the table or you have a smaller table, wall mount your Tap. You can still run that strong USB cable through the wall because it is Plenum and ECA rated. And again, a lot of flexibility in terms of design. And then finally, we're showing you that Visa mount, that Visa pattern that was back on Tap, how you can leverage that on a cart if you needed a mobile solution. So anywhere you need video, Tap is a great solution, very easy to deploy and very flexible. So let's take a look at the benefits from Logitech. Audio was one very, very key point that we needed to take a look at. So we have beamforming mics in all of our products. We have that front of room audio, which creates a very natural video first experience. These are all things you want to look at as you're designing a room. We're also building AI into all of our products, from learning human voice as opposed to other sounds and focusing in on that voice, to also auto crop. So what we're doing on our cameras with our right sight technology is when you start a meeting, it's going to find all the bodies in the room and will actually automatically crop out the dead space. What does this do? It prevents a better view for that remote user, but more importantly, it keeps context of the room compared to active speaker. A lot of times that far end participant does not want to see the reaction of the speaker, they want to see the reaction of the room. So by cropping out the dead space, you're still maintaining the ability for that remote participant to see the reaction and the context that's happening in the room. We're trying also, as I mentioned, to make these easier to buy. So the single vendor kits, so you have one shoulder to tap in Logitech for support from your 90 days and also beyond that. So during the 2-year warranty period of this kit, if you have any hardware problem, including the compute, you call Logitech support and we'll issue you an RMA and get that out to you. So single number, single place to support. And finally, we are learning a lot by doing this program. I talked about this is our 3rd generation. We learned about cable retention. So we're continuing to learn, and we want to build those best practices that we learn into every generation of this product. And we believe we've done that with Tap as being our third generation of this product. So, in summary here, Logitech is actually the market leader of meeting room devices and peripherals sold. We have been now for the last few years. We also have solutions that are priced for mass deployment. We want video in every one of your rooms, not just a few. So I didn't talk about pricing of these bundles, so let me share those with you. That small, medium, and large room bundle, the approximate prices of those are $3,000, $4,000, and $5,000. So very easy to scale out and deploy into multiple rooms. There are no yearly maintenance fees or anything of that nature. That's what you need for the hardware. You need your Teams license on top of that, and you're good to go. That's it. We have global availability. We're shipping these bundles in over 60 countries worldwide today, and we're continuing to scale that out into the over 100 countries that Logitech sells in currently. Finally, in addition to these room solutions, we are also leveraging our ecosystem partners. So we have partnerships on the furniture side, on cable extension side, on AV control. I'll give you one example of that. So we have a partnership with Extron, right? And if you want to do lighting control, shades control, everything like that, you can actually pull up an Extron control screen directly on the MTR and actually control lighting and shades from a single pane of glass in the room, making it, again, very simple for your users. The other thing you may have seen in the keynote this morning is that whiteboard camera. That's actually a Logitech Brio. And we worked with ecosystems there to build a hanging arm from the ceiling and an extension camera that goes back to the mini PC. So we leverage the power of our ecosystem to not only pull the hardware you need for the meeting, but pull the entire room together. So thank you all very much. I appreciate your time. I'm happy to take any questions that you all may have. And again,